Hi guys, Chalk here with another quick mix-it-up tip. Today we're going to be talking about timers. Timers are useful for having commands run on a set interval to act as a reminder in chat. This can be for various social media links such as Discord, Twitter and YouTube, or to more specific messages such as reminder not to backseat game, letting your audience know of a sponsored stream, or even notifying them of a charity event you're partaking in. It can even be used as a way to advertise some new stream features or channel point redemptions. Let's dive into it. So I'm going to assume that you've already set up some chat commands. For example, I've got my social media command just here, where if someone types in the chat, !Twitter, all it's going to do is post in the chat my Twitter URL. I mean, a little message to, saying if they want to follow me. There it is. If you've already got these sort of set up, where someone can type in, specialized Twitter or Discord or anything like that, setting it onto a timer is super easy. What we're going to do is go across to the timers tab here, and we're just going to create a new command. So here we've got Twitter that I've created, and all the action's going to be is a command action, and here it is here. And that command, all it's going to do is the type will be run command, the command type will be chat, and then you just find the command that you've already created there. And so all this does is will run the command from your normal chat command without having to retype that in. So now when I go like that, it's going to do the exact same action as we did before. Now this is really useful to be able to point to a command that's already existing, because if it means that if you want to change the wording or anything in the command, you only have to change it once, and all of the other commands that point to it like this will always have those changes flow on. So that's really good for things like your social media links, where you're going to have that on a normal command as well for your chat to run. You might also have some other command that you want to run that is exclusively to the timer. So for example, I've got one here about my Philips Hue lights. This is not a command that can be run in the chat, so this would just be acting like a normal chat message action, and it just basically lets people know in that on that timer that they can change the color of my lights. So this will run, I think it's got set 10 minutes at the moment, that advertise the fact that my lights can be changed, but this command here can't be run as from someone in the chat. It has to be run only from the timer. So this is good for stuff like your sponsored streams and charity streams, advertising channel point commands and new stream features, stuff where you don't want to necessarily have people constantly doing it. Now, charity commands you might want to still have as a chat command, but stuff where you don't really need anyone in chat to be able to call it on demand, this is the kind of perfect solution for that. And realistically, that is all there is to it. These commands here, there is a few variables you can play with in terms of how often the commands run, the minimum amount of messages that have to be in chat for it to run. So if it's a quiet chat, or if it's just, you don't want to be spamming the chat if it's only you and one other person and there's been 10 messages, you don't want it to be then 4 or 5 messages in there of these timers. So you can play with that however you like. There's also toggles to make sure you run it only when you're live, so it doesn't just run, if you're doing stream maintenance in the background offline, it won't make it run. You can also do, randomized timers, or you can just disable them all if you don't want any timers to run for various stream. And that's all there is to it for that one. Really quick tip today, but something that is super useful when used in the right way. If you like that video, please give it a like and a share, and if you have any other things that you want me to give some tips about, please let me know in the comments and I'll endeavour to help you out. Thanks for watching.